Minister for Health and Physical Therapy. As you are aware, sir, ninth day of Kamal 301,613 Amexem-Moor calendar, which would be March 29th on the Roman calendar, 2008 on their calendar again. We will have the conference in Agade-Medina, the capital city, regarding universal health care plan buy-in for the Moors. Currently, I know of no other body of Moors that actually has a universal health care plan. We are the only ones I'm familiar with. Not to say that that precludes any other from actually existing, but in the interim, I have to go with the information that I have, which is we are the only one that's on station, operational, underway. That said, I know that there are some folks who've already confirmed that they're coming, even though we haven't even gotten the invitations out yet. There are folks who, as soon as they found about it, they made it known they intend to be there. They wait for us to get the information to them. On that particular day, they're going to have a series of questions about our non-surgical healthcare plan. So that particular day, you can expect to be inundated with a series of questions from folks who have different types of knowledge base about various ways of healing. You have folks who have many different ideas on how things should be done on a universal level. Some folks may have ideas that are that need refining. Some may have some brilliant ideas. Nonetheless, there will be those that will be there because they want to know how to either inculcate what we make available or assimilate what we have into what they're working with. There might be those who are saying, listen, we have something similar and we have this experience, this expertise, and they might be willing to share it with us. There may be those that they're saying, we don't have any expertise and we would like very much to be under the tutelage of the Amexem-Moor-Empire. It can go a lot of ways, but on that particular day, I would imagine that you should be prepared for parties in both directions. You should be prepared to answer the technical questions regarding the various ways of healing as well as the business end. Now there are those who are going to be looking at certification issues because in every venue there has to be a certification process. There might be those who come there who may very well be private practitioners who are seeking to be certified within the Amexem-Moor-Empire jurisdictional venue. So there are things that you want to be looking at in terms of that as well. Once we get into the swing of that particular event, there will be those that may look to go into the workshop scenario. So I don't know what you're going to have in mind for that particular component, whether or not you're going to have workshops on the herbal pharmacy operation, on the Morrison operation, or both of them, or certification process, or whatever you may be covering. There are certain things that you're going to have to be prepared for, is all I'm saying. Now, that's your field of expertise. Yes, I'm into herbs and I can do my thing, but not like you. So that particular day, I'm going to take a stand down and sit in the back and take out my pen and pad and learn from you as you do what you do best. So at the same time, we will be operating another aspect of that particular function, and that's going to cover food distribution network. Now, I'm not going to ask you per se to go too deeply into that, as it's not really where things are with what you're going to be doing in that day. However, there is one particular component to that, which is proper nutrition. And so as a consequence of proper nutrition, if you're not going to have anything available on that, perhaps you would have someone that's assigned to you to perhaps cover certain things regarding nutrition at different times of the year. Since that's going to be at the spring, perhaps it would be a good idea to cover the spring and also the summer. And that will give folks an opportunity to see whether or not what they have is suitable, and if it's not suitable, perhaps they may want to inculcate what we're working with. They may seek assistance. They may seek various means of working with us to enhance whatever they're doing. So these are things we want to begin to take a look at now and get a few things situated. So I'm going to come back to you on this subject within the next 30 Earth days to see where we stand with particular things, so that I can go ahead and get whatever your findings are going to be over to the Chief of Staff, and he'll sort things out. And then from there, the Department for the Protocols will take it and we'll get the invitations out. We will begin to let everyone know what the criteria is going to be during the course of that particular meeting, the itinerary of the particular meeting. So that way everything is out in proper order, neat and tidy. So what I'm thinking we should be able to do by then is be able to ask folks pretty much, I don't know, what do you want to see occur at this particular function that's within the realm of universal health care plan on the one side and food distribution network on the other side, particularly with nutrition, particularly with making sure that in a worst case scenario, if hostile parties decide to then want to do trade, what can be done to maintain the flow of food? If there happens to be a situation where there is a natural disaster, how do we maintain food distribution so that our kith and kindred are suited and taken care of, and everything is well sorted and everyone falls within the umbrella of safety? So these are things that we want to look at. So I wanted to raise that issue with you. Do you have a question for me regarding any of that, or do you have a suggestion you want to make?
Well, I'm really looking forward to the event, and also, you know, getting folks on board with all of this, because it is so necessary. And just looking at the condition of health, you know, dealing with our folks, kith and kindred, you know, declared and undeclared Moors, and also to see any input that anyone has, and definitely willing to hear what folks have and see how, you said, they can even possibly add on or assimilate into what they're doing or with what we're doing. So, yeah, we can talk more. We can talk more about it.
Very well. Well, Minister, I want to thank you for your time and your ear. I'm going to have to make moves now and get a few things sorted. I want to remind everyone that pretty soon I'm going to be looking to table a vote. So based on what I've heard from the bulk of your colleagues, Minister, it appears to be that we might be pretty close on the vote for the fiscal budget, so we can get beyond that and start to work on the other things, including getting ready for that particular event.
Right.
So with that, I want to thank you, good Minister, for your time and your ear.
Thank you.
And I look forward to building with you and the rest of your colleagues very soon. So with that, say peace and love, sir.
Peace.
Islam.
Islam.